Good morning. I've been in quarantine and Isabel has also been in quarantine. You can guess why, can't you? Yep. Impetigo struck on Monday morning. So I decided to hide away for 3 days. You only actually need to hide away for 48 hours once you've started the topical treatment on it, which was Fusidin for me. 3 days in now, so I'm all right. But the next day, Isabel came on with it, but she has now had 48 hours after the Fusidin as well. But actually, hers is way not as bad as mine, and I'm even not sure it was Impetigo, but it was a bit bumpy and red. So, I don't know. But anyway, we're all right to go out today. I'm making myself a quick coffee. It's a homeschooling day today, and Isabel is currently doing maths. So since coming back from Portugal, we now have a maths tutor. I asked her to draw us up a programme of study, and this is it. So we have started really late with autumn term because we've basically started over. So this is what Izzy's been gradually working through. In this column, she's given the resources that we can use to cover these topics from Corbett Maths, or as an alternative, we can use the Hodder book, which is this one, Mastering Mathematics. We're only doing intermediate level, which only goes up to a B. This is for Wales. So now for us, because of choosing to switch halfway through the first term, we're actually quite a few weeks behind with mathematics. So I'm going to be relying on holidays and weekends and the summer holiday to catch up, which is a little bit stressful. But I really think it was the right decision. She's been doing Pythagoras at the moment, and I'm just going to grab this cup of coffee and go and mark her latest bit of work. I prefer to mark it as soon as I can after she's done it because A, I get overwhelmed if it starts to mound up and I don't want to do it at all, and B, if I can give her feedback while it's still fresh in her mind, it's a lot more relevant and it goes in better. This is the Corbett Maths website here. It's not very exciting really, but it certainly does the job. You can click on the videos option and there's just basically a massive big list of videos. But as you can see, they come with questions and exercises to do as well. So once you've watched your video and you've taken your page of notes, consolidated it, you can go on to do the questions. I was planning to do a bit of tidying today, but not this much tidying. I had a bit of a shed disaster. I've got this little sheddy thingy. It's like got a lid that lifts up. It's not a full-size shed, it's like a container and it's plastic, and it kind of came with the house. And I'd stored a few tools, bits and bobs in it. This sort of stuff, old decorating stuff. Lots of old leads and wires in that one, but luckily I had double bagged them. Well, yesterday there was an almighty gust of wind and the lid blew up and it jammed in a open position. And I thought, oh blimey, and I went out and I unjammed it and closed it up quick. And thought, it'll be all right. It's never done it before in all the time I've been here. It was obviously a fluke gust of wind, but it did it again and I didn't realise, and everything got soaked, and so now I have to go and deal with a pool of water in it. Ugh. Those can just go in the recycling because they're wet through. These bags are left over from my house move. I don't have many left because I passed a lot of them on to somebody else who had to clear a house. I am a real wimp when it comes to this sort of thing. I do not like dealing with stuff. I get overwhelmed and for some reason I just big it up in my mind and I put off starting it, and I'm terrible for doing an ostrich when it comes to things like decluttering and tidying. I'm just going to be brave and you're with me for moral support, so I'm just going to deal with the messy, manky shed thing. One thing at a time. Well, there's one thing about wet cardboard is it tears easily. The camera's on the bin. I'll put it in a minute. Okay, phase 1 has been undertaken. The worst is yet to come. I kind of feel like I could let that air dry for a bit, sort itself out to an extent throughout today. I need my jumper on for the next bit. I love this penguin hoodie, but it's getting so old and scruffy now. I got it in a January sale for next to nothing. I think it was Asda's or something. I just go every January hoping to find another really cool animal hoodie. Okay, cool is a subjective term. Hi Izzy!
This is so cool when you look at it. That's the definition of cool.
I'm glad you approve. You happy?
Yes.
How was maths?
Good.
Yes, really? She's doing exam style. She's getting very good at mocky type things now.
Yeah.
It's been a definite improvement, just getting familiar with the process really. She didn't like them at first.
I don't like them.
Freaked out. Now she just gets on with it. That little plan worked. Anyway, I have to go out and deal with yuckiness. Ew. There's literally puddles in this. That's not too bad down there. See, if it was a nice sunny day I could just leave it to dry out, but it's not and it never will be. It's been like monsoon season here for weeks. That's a slight exaggeration. We don't actually have monsoon season here in the UK, but sometimes it feels like we do. There, that's a lot better. Well done me. Right, let's get the last of the drips up off the floor. I'm just gonna wash that revolting old towel that I've just used to sort that out. This floor gets really slippery when it's wet, and if I've got Crocs on, which I often have in the house, you go flying. Seriously, it's not very safe. Right, I think that's more or less right. Oh, there's another bit there. She's done a maths, and I'm trying to colour that in left-handed while I film. That's not working too well. See, we should have already started biology. But this is what happens when you home ed. Random stuff unexpectedly happens. Like the top blows off the shed and everything gets wet and you have to deal with it now, even though you were going to be doing biology. Izzy is very excited because the place we're going to this afternoon with her mates sells slushies.
It may be winter, but it's never too cold to have a slushie.
I don't know about that.
We're in a heated building.
That's true.
So, it's okay.
We're trying different revision techniques at the moment to help Izzy to start to memorise some of this stuff. We're trying flashcards at the moment, which we made yesterday, was it? Or the day before? The day before yesterday. Took us ages, went through all the notes and consolidated them into flashcards with questions on one side and answers on the other, and we're just trying them for the first time. Izzy's trying them on me, and then I'm going to try them on her.
What comprises the peripheral nervous system?
All the other nerves that are not in the brain and the spinal cord.
Correct, almost word for word.
I might have written that flashcard.
What is the nerve pathway of a reflex called?
A reflex arc?
Correct.
Yes.
This is a picture one. Get excited. Name the parts.
The parts.
Don't look at the answers.
Well, I have to actually see the front though, if that's the thing. Okay. A is it's a neuron. Is it the axon?
No.
Neuron.
No.
Axon terminal.
No.
Don't know then. C
A
is
motor neuron is
oh, okay. Well, B is it the cleft? No, the synapse.
Correct.
Synapse.
Ding, ding, ding.
C is the transmitter.
Neurotransmitter. I'll give you half a point.
D is muscle.
No.
No. So what was that one? That was the motor neuron. Don't know.
Relay neuron. I'll give that one.
This is just continuing to go over her cards herself, but she's hungry, so I'm just quickly knocking her up a very simple little bit of lunch. I've left over couscous and frozen veg from last night's dinner, and some butter beans out of a tin because we're a bit short on supplies. This is because I've been quarantined, so I haven't been shopping much. And I'm having my leftover halloumi curry from last night. I've given Izzy all the leftover couscous and there's no rice left in the house, no pasta. So, but there's loads of potatoes in there. Oh, look at the rain. It's really, really dark. Doesn't really show that it's really dark on camera, but it is, and it's only 12:30. It takes a bit of an effort to do that one. Can't do it. I have to point the handle up. We've just been having a bit of a nosh and blobbing out and watching vlogs. The flashcards were nothing short of excruciating. Quite a lot of them. Yes. They're all a bit verbatim-y, textbooky, to be honest. I don't feel that comfortable with this method of learning, but I want to try a lot of different revision techniques now while we've still got ages of time stretching in front of us before actually having to do it for real. My own particular feelings on this topic, which is the nervous system, is that Izzy hasn't fully understood it all yet. And so we've jumped the gun a bit, jumping onto flashcards. But I did ask her, shall we go through it again with a different source? Try the GCSE bite-size source instead. Maybe another perspective will help. She said she's understood it, but I don't think she has. So I need to spend another day tomorrow doing it again from another source, I think. I made this checklist for Isabel yesterday because she keeps forgetting the most basic things. So there's loads of boxes to tick there so she can use it multiple times. She knows this stuff. She can answer questions on it verbatim. You know, she knows the rules, the punctuation and grammar and spelling rules. She knows them. But when it comes to actually putting down ideas on paper, they just go right out of her mind and she just concentrates on the content of what she's writing and that's it. So I'm hoping that if she gets in the habit of going through a checklist point by point after every single rough draft that she's written, that they will start to sink in. I don't know if this will work, it's just something I'm trying. It is absolutely chucking it down out there, but luckily for us we're getting collected from the door today by our friends. That is really nice. Izzy's into her last study hour of the day because we're having a slightly shorter one today to accommodate the social thingy. We've swapped that from another day in the week because obviously the Impetigo stopped us both going out to the normal place where we'd normally go to hang out with people. So yeah, had to miss that one, but we worked through that day and so we can have this afternoon off. Izzy's trying to finish it in time so that she can go shopping because she's bought Christmas presents for 2 of the friends she's going to see today. But before she got a chance to buy one for the 3rd friend, because she couldn't quite decide what to get her, she got the Impetigo, so she's been stuck at home for a few days. So she's hoping, because she started back half an hour early now after lunch, that she can get it finished half an hour early so she can just rush out and get something. I think she might have something specific in mind. There's a shop that she's got in mind which isn't too far from us. Next 2 jobs on my list are marking Izzy's exam style questions that she did today for maths, which I didn't mark yet because I was out sorting the shed out, and dealing with the disaster zone that is the kitchen. And I'm going to drink coffee while this is all going on. Very nice. Got to have my little perks, you know. It's now about 5 to 2. Izzy's finished her history. Still forgotten some things on the checklist, but anyway, she finished her history, and for all this time I've been prepping maths.
It just popped open.
Oh, the brolly, oh dear. Did you have success?
Yeah.
Oh, well done. We've got half an hour before we're going out, so you've got time to wrap it too.
Good, and I got some stuff for you too, so you can't peek
Ooh.
in the bag.
Ooh. Excellent.
It's wet out there.
I know. Okay, at last. Put that in her folder for tomorrow. The little tag on to show where she is. We theoretically have about 7 minutes before we have to leave, but I'm going to try and do a bit of this washing up in that time. Let's see how much I get done. It is now about 6:10 and we're back home, and yeah, okay, I didn't film that much while we were out. That is how much washing up I got done earlier. Having been quarantined for 3 days, I haven't exactly got a lot of food in for dinner, so I'm going to nip out to the shops in a minute. Thank you for watching though. Do give the video a like, comment down any thoughts below, and hit the subscribe button to follow more of our adventures, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.